So when I'm at home and I want to start my Biolite, I'll cut pieces about, well, yay big. You can kind of see. I'll make some smaller pieces. I'll throw them on top, and I'll put about maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of just kerosene. And I'll drop it right down in there, and it gets going, and that pretty much starts the fire really nicely. Meanwhile, back in the kitchen, making my burger recipe. So what I do is I take this much. You're going, well, how much is that? Well, it's that much. Is that a problem? Anyway, bell pepper, these chives, I use the side that nobody wants to go on their potatoes. Waste not, want not. Anyway, so chop those suckers really fine and chop the bell peppers really fine, and then they go in here. Now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in the bowl. You notice I'm trying to do this one-handed. Bear with me. How we doing? Everything's code 4 in sector 7, sir. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I know. I could go get my tripod and I could do this really cool. But you know what? This is just on the fly. All right, so you can see I'm just mixing it. And that's what I'm going to do. Squish it in there really good. Now, if I wasn't feeling so lazy tonight, I'd actually put a little bit of garlic in there. Wait, did he say garlic? No garlic. Yes. Garlic is really, really good. So I'm just going to mush that all together like that. And we're going to put those into long patty type things. Now, keep in mind, we're not doing burgers. We're doing Burke extravaganza. Can you say that? One more time. That's it. Okay, so here it is. And it's going to go on that bad boy right there. Now what we have also is my 7-bean ham hock especial la bueno. Yeah. So this is cooking pretty good. We got about heat 2. That's what we want. That's perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and put the grill on, put those puppies on, and you will see what. Now if you notice, we're not getting any smoke. This is just all pure gasification. That just kind of sounds funny, but it's true. This thing is just putting out so much BTU. If you notice, our battery's full, but we are at max. I mean, we are way high. We're at 4 things. So this thing is cranking out a lot of BTUs right now. Just keep feeding it. I've got oak, and I'd like to mix it with oak and pine. The combination just seems to put out a really nice hot fire. As you can see, and I did that deliberately, you don't want to pre-flip your burgers. You can see this one wasn't even quite ready to go. Now I'm going to come back in a little bit. I'm going to flip this one. I'm going to show you the difference between patience and impatience. Okay, what I use for seasoning outside of the other stuff you saw is this Pappy's seasoning. I get it over there at Smart and Final. Just going to put a tiny bit on here, not much. Of course, this is dyslexic because I normally put it on first. That's the one I should have done. Should have waited. Got a little bit too much on there. All right, so now we're going to flip this one. It's been about, maybe 3 minutes more than that one, and we're going to see how this one looks. Let's see. Are you ready? You notice that we got some brownage. Oh, that's just looking so good. Anyway, that's what you want to do. You want to wait a little bit. So that was probably about maybe 4 minutes, maybe 5 on one side and 5 on the other. All right, so let's just talk about what's actually going on here. I've got 5 pieces of wood. I keep feeding it into the fire more and more. My temperature is blazing pretty hot. I've got 4 bars. My battery's doing fine. Look at the even distribution of heat on this thing. A lot of BTUs, bro. Let's flip this bad boy and see what's going on with it. Ooh, doggy, that's looking good. Now right about now is a time when we could probably back off some of this heat. How do we do that? Well, very simply by pulling some wood out. Pull it out and just less wood. That's what I do. I just throw it on the ground. So we're just going to slow it down a little bit. Pull some of this back just a little bit. We don't need that much. Now you notice the difference? See what's going on in the grill? We don't have as much of that heat coming up in there. We're slowing it down. That's how you control your heat. That is not going to read the right number right now because it takes a while for that to read what's going on. But we just slowed it down just enough because we're getting a little too chary. And these puppies are looking good. Now, because we're getting more heat in the center, you want to bring this stuff closer to the center. Again, you want to increase your heat. Go ahead and push those puppies back in there. That's going to increase our heat. What are we doing? We're romancing the fire. Say it. Romancing the fire. And you can hear the difference. It's starting to come up more. It's blazing a little hotter. You have a lot of control with this stove if you just pay attention and you know what you're doing. Notice that heat indicator right there. Look. Sorry. It dropped to 3. Very cool. Very cool. You got a lot of control. Utilize it. Just another footnote. Listen, don't buy the cheap ground beef, the stuff that is so full of fat, because you're just going to get, it's going to be all flaming crazy. Go for the lean stuff. It's better for you and it cooks better. Yes, it costs more money, but in the long run, it's well worth it. So, yeah, don't buy cheap hamburger meat. Buy the lean stuff. Okay, these puppies are perfect. Our heat is still at 3, and we have perfectly cooked. When you say hamburgers, we're just going to eat them like this. We're not going to do hamburgers tonight. We're going to have some of my 7-bean soup with some vegetables and some garlic bread. But there you go. Great product. Works really good. Come on, look at those. You know you're drooling. Right? Tell me. Comment below.